Good morning, everybody. It is 5 o'clock on this finally Friday. Happy Friday, friends. Thanks for being with us. Stay connected all day long on lex18.com.
You know, we stream all of our newscasts live on our website, so no excuse to miss us. LEX18 News at Sunrise continues right now at 5 a.m.
Count on LEX18 News.
Coming up this morning, a shooting in a Lexington middle school parking lot during a football game sent one person to the hospital.
Also, we have learned the name of the woman killed in a crash that police say alcohol may have played a role in. Details from Boyle County, and a ship filled with supplies headed to Puerto Rico this morning, where residents continue hoping for any sign of relief. LEX18 News at Sunrise at 5 a.m. starts right now. Good morning, September 29th. We have finally made it to Friday, almost at the end of September, and it's finally feeling like it.
Yes, it is. It felt so crisp when you step out the door this morning.
Yeah, cooled down for sure. We're in the low to mid 50s this morning. Could get even cooler as we go into the weekend, so hope you guys are ready. Fall is here after those elevated highs, upper 80s pushing 90 for days and days and days. We're feeling a little more like the season that we're in. The dew point's down in the 40s, which means the air is very dry. We've still got time to shed a few more degrees before we warm it back up this afternoon. And warming up means getting into the 70s, probably highs around the low to mid 70s later on today. The max track, the live Doppler, showing showers up to the north, and the future track, nothing doing. So a mostly sunny day. By late this evening, we just might see a chance for a few showers. You see clouds getting thicker around dinner time up over towards northern Kentucky. That's a cold front that's tracking south. It's going to do this. Not only are we cool to start the weekend off, highs getting around our average high. Look at tomorrow. Upper 60s to maybe low 70s Saturday. A beautiful day for the UK game and for everybody involved through the entire weekend. We'll see where we're headed next week as we check out your 8-day storm tracker forecast.
Okay, Tom, thanks very much. 5:02 now. One person had to be taken to the hospital last night after a shooting in a Lexington middle school parking lot.
All this while a football game was being played behind the school. Tiffany Jackson live in our studio now with this LEX18 News update.
Chris, Haley, as you can imagine, that football game came to a screeching halt once everyone in attendance heard the gunshots. Southern Middle School went on lockdown and asked the children to run inside for safety. Lexington police say 3 men in their late teens, early 20s were involved. 2 of them had guns. Those 2 got into a fight and began shooting at each other in the parking lot. The 3rd man, who was 20 years old, had an out-of-state license and was shot in the leg during the fight. Sources tell LEX18 the victim was dropped off at the Cooper VA hospital in a private car, then taken to UK with non-life-threatening injuries. No one else was hurt in the shooting, but parents were understandably upset.
Oh, it irritated me because you got a bunch of middle school kids and out here just trying to play a football game and people acting, hooligans out here. It's irritating.
And police say the victim is not cooperating or giving them any information right now. So if you know anything about this incident, you're asked to call Lexington Police. Back to you.
Tiffany, thank you. 5:03 now. We have learned the identity of the woman killed in a crash Wednesday night in Boyle County. We're told 63-year-old Linda Gill died when her car collided with another car on Perryville Road in Danville. Police say they believe alcohol was a factor in the crash, and they expect to charge the other driver, Joseph Kelly. He was taken to a local hospital for his injuries.
Well, this could potentially be a bombshell. Did he know? New reports out now suggest Louisville head basketball coach Rick Pitino was directly involved in funneling money to recruits. Sources tell several media outlets Pitino is the coach too, mentioned in the FBI documents released earlier this week. Both Pitino and Louisville athletics director Tom Jurich were placed on administrative leave Wednesday, just a day after the FBI revealed its investigation into a pay-for-play scheme with Adidas-branded schools. If Pitino is proved to be that unnamed coach, it would imply he knew about Adidas paying recruits to play for his team. Pitino's attorney tells a Louisville TV station there has been a rush to judgment, and they're going to let the legal matter run its course.
And even though other sources named Rick Pitino as one of the coaches under investigation, U of L is not confirming that. While in Frankfurt yesterday for a budget meeting, U of L interim president Dr. Greg Postal said the school has been able to identify both coaches based on the information that it's received, but he will not release the names because he believes it's not the university's place to make those announcements.
and the managers and advisors.
I can't comment on an ongoing investigation that's being conducted by the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office. I think when they're prepared, they will probably continue to amend their documents and gradually replace some of the numbers with actual names.
Dr. Postal said the university itself has not conducted its own investigation, but that could still happen. It's 5 minutes after 5 now. Today is the day True Blue fans camped out on the Avenue of Champions will finally get their tickets for Big Blue Madness tonight.
And eager UK basketball fans tell us the moment will be well worth the wait. LEX 18's Carolina Buchek is live outside of Memorial Coliseum this morning where the final countdown is underway.
Good morning. The Avenue of Champions is quieter than normal today, but take a look. Some people are already up. They're playing games. There's such an exciting energy here today because today is the day. Now take a look at all of these tents. Behind me, inside, eager fans are waiting for their Big Blue Madness tickets. For some fans, this process started back on Sunday, even earlier than that. For some people on Friday, that's when the line began to form across the street from the Memorial Coliseum. And on Wednesday, these fans found a spot and set up their tents. That is where they have been for the past 2 days. Now, they still have several hours to go, but fans say they are so close.
It's definitely worth the wait. Once you're in that atmosphere, it's just like no other.
And tickets will be handed out at 10 o'clock tonight. So we've got, about 15 hours to go. We are so close, you guys. Covering the news live in Lexington from the LEX 18 mobile newsroom. Back to you.
Carolina, thank you. Let's cover your world now on this Friday on LEX 18 News at Sunrise. This morning, a U.S. Navy hospital ship is headed to Puerto Rico to help millions of people there desperately in need of food and water, a week after Hurricane Maria hit the island.
However, the Trump administration is under fire for not acting quickly enough. NBC's Tracy Potts has more from Washington this morning, where the government is explaining how they're dealing with this growing humanitarian crisis.
This morning, the U.S. Navy ship Comfort, a floating hospital, is on its way to Puerto Rico, where a 3-star general is now in charge.
We are using air support where we can't get through. We are cleaning the roads regularly. We have expanded greatly. Probably over 90% of the island now is accessible.
10,000 federal employees, most of them military, are on the ground. And President Trump has lifted a decades-old law that will allow supplies sitting offshore on foreign ships to be distributed.
We don't have water.
It's been over a week since Hurricane Maria hit. Texas and Florida got help almost immediately. Critics wonder why here it's taking so long.
It didn't require a 3-star general 8 days ago.
We need America to unite around this rather than pointing the fingers right now.
Nearly half the island has no clean drinking water. Lawmakers are planning for a long-term effort.
A huge capital injection will occur in 2 days, so the resources are there. But we clearly believe and understand that those resources will eventually be tapped.
We have to move as quickly as possible.
Time is critical. Fuel is scarce. Floods have damaged hospitals. Power could be out for months in some areas. Nearly 3.5 million Americans waiting for Washington to come to their rescue. Tracy Potts, NBC News, Washington.
At least 22 people have been killed in a stampede at a railway station in the west coast Indian city of Mumbai.
And police say another 27 people were injured when panicked pedestrians pushed forward to the end of an overcrowded bridge. Officials say the stampede was triggered by a rumor that a pedestrian overpass collapsed and concrete chunks fell. Chaos prevailed as people surged forward to leave the bridge. Deadly stampedes are fairly common during Indian religious festivals where large crowds gather in small areas with few safety or crowd control measures. Well, a second rock slide, even bigger than the first, has injured one person at Yosemite National Park. All this within 2 days.
Park officials confirm a significant rock slid off of El Capitan, a summit above Yosemite Valley, yesterday afternoon. The rockfall sent a massive cloud of dust through the park and prompted the closure of one of the exits. The size of Thursday's rockfall remains unclear. The park officials say it was larger than the one on Wednesday that killed one person and injured another. Park officials say it is climbing season at the park. Two Malaysian teenagers are facing murder charges, accused of intentionally setting fire to an Islamic boarding school that killed 23 people.
However, because the accused boys are minors, they will not face a possible death penalty. They were among 7 teenagers detained days after the September 14th fire. Officials say propane tanks and gas were used to set fire to the dorm on the top floor of the school. The fire trapped a number of people inside behind barred windows. Police say the suspects sought revenge after allegedly being teased a few days before. 5:10 now, a Mexican Navy search and rescue dog named Frida captured the hearts and minds of Mexicans everywhere.
That's because of her daring deeds to rescue people trapped in the rubble of collapsed buildings after that massive earthquake rocked Mexico City. Her handler says she saved 12 people from collapsed buildings, located 41 bodies buried beneath the debris. The beautiful Labrador likes to run and play just like any other dog, but when equipped with her signature mask and foot coverings, she knows it's time to work. To many, this Mexican Navy rescue dog became a symbol of hope after that earthquake struck back on September 19th.
Beautiful dog there. 5:11 now. Tom is back and a beautiful day ahead.
Beautiful day, beautiful weekend.
Yeah.
If you like it feeling like fall, we'll check it out.